change the jump shot, okay? So the guard can get back, our big that just was contesting the guard can drop back to the paint, box out, and hopefully get the rebound, hopefully. But eventually you'll get it. But that's exactly how you have to play defense if you want to win on this game. And you have to be in the passing lanes, right? But the passing lanes can also get you beat, right? So I know you've been in a situation in a wreck where your buddies reached and there's the easy three, right?
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. You'll see Pittsburgh and the home team. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Now here's Randall to the middle. Middleton. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Pass to Rizachet. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. Jones. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Gilliam, and he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gilliam. And there's Pittsburgh with another bucket.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Here's Pope to the paint. Here's Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
There's the pick. Middleton on the wing. Gilliam. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Pope. Inside. Over to the left wing. And the 3 ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pope with the rebound.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Team foul.
It's his first trip to the line. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. He wants to talk to his guys.
It's all good.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Holmes. Oh, Middleton in position. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Holmes.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Risa Shea missing. Pittsburgh trails by 3. Gilliam. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Pittsburgh making a switch here.
And they've gone to the full court press here, looking to make things as difficult as possible and maybe force a turnover or 2.
No good from Lee. Gilliam trains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Pass to Risa Shea. Now Lee pulls up, high post, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And he drops in the way up off the glass. 1:37 left in the first quarter of the game. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, third team.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Substitutions on the court.
And so here's the home team. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Reza Shea. Off target at the rim. Gilliam. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. To the left side wing. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Pope. Sinks the triple. Pope's got 5 points so far.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Gilliam. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 12 points for him.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Pass to Bayless. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
For 3. No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Reza Shea. And it's off from three-point range. Pittsburgh trails by 14. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Carlson. Nailed from three-point land. Carlson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pass to Holmes. Picked off in midair. Here's Carlson. And Middleton with the block. In transition, here comes Pittsburgh. Gilliam misses the wing J. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jones for 3. Rebounded by Holmes.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Cans it from downtown.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Carlson. He has 6. On the wing lead. Here's Jones. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Jones has got his second bucket tonight.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Takes the 3. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night. It's tipped. One-on-one fast break. And Jones pulls it down. Pass to Carlson. Here's Pope. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Pope's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Out to the right wing. Gilliam. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Substitution on the court.
56 seconds left in the second quarter. Jones in the post. Great D that time from Green. Pittsburgh trails by 18. Pass to Jones. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Lighty. Clock at 6. He's off on that one.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
24.
They lead by 18. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jones looking for an opening. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Here's Pope. Second shot opportunity. Jones, no luck.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Pittsburgh working the ball around. Pass to Randall. Holmes, that's a screen. 13 feet away. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Randall's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Pittsburgh. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage, so an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well, and I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, D.A. Jones in the post. Count that one. Jones has got 7.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries can... And that trigger a little bit of good shooting here. We'll find out.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
46 seconds left for the third. Pass to Rivers. Jones in the post. Fades and shoots. Green with the rebound.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Cornette. And Jones pulls it down.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's the screen. Shoots a fader. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pittsburgh trails by 9. Pass to Holmes. Here is Day. Here's Green. 6 to shoot. Pittsburgh needs to get off a shot here. That shot wide open.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Jock. Offline with his 3.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
The first one falls. Both teams deciding to change it up. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so here's the home team. They led the game at 1 point by 20. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And a wide-open look for Lee. Drills it from outside.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
To the wing on the left. Lee with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Jones with it. Now guarded by Middleton. In transition, here comes Pittsburgh.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He's perfect from the line this time. Pittsburgh trails by 8. Down low. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Gilliam banked in off the glass.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Pope. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Third personal foul, second team foul.
That free throw good from Pope.
At the line for 2. Pope.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He knows every possession is critical now. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, Brian Keefe reviewing the game plan with his team during that last time out. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. They have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. To the inside, and Jones slams it in.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Holmes has a screen. It's stolen by Jones. To the middle. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
That one misses for Jones.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Holmes has a screen.
Bayless. First personal foul. Second team foul.
With the teardrop. And it's Riziche with the rebound. Lee outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Lee. Riziche with it. Got a piece of it.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Dives for it. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Pope. Now here's Lee. To the paint. Here's Jones. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Shot's good by Lee. Lee's got 5 points now this quarter. Pittsburgh trails by 9. Gilliam. And Jones pulls it down. Fires for 3. Lee gets the bucket.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Takes a 3. Here's Jones. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Steps back and shoots. And there's Pittsburgh with another bucket.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction. .104
left in the fourth. And out of bounds as Pittsburgh gains possession. Pittsburgh making a switch here.
In for Pittsburgh. Number 21, Xavier Middleton.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
And Jones pulls it down. Deflects the pass. Gilliam. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow. A play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And there's the drive. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Fourth team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
15 foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And Banks stays good work at the line there. Now we have a 2-possession ball game.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Number 42.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Pittsburgh making a switch here, so it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. They're trailing by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
They swipe it. And now we've got the intentional foul.
DeRozan holds. Second personal foul. At the line for 2.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. It's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away.